It's gonna be simple. I took two losses, but I'll say it's one loss because I was adding to my position. But let me just show you what's the trade I took. So as you can see, mine was $27.39, 20 minutes. Trade number 48, $5 commission. Here's my balance. And yeah, this is the first trade this week. It was a loss. I took a short, and let me show you the trade I took. So yeah, this is the new PO3. Yep, like I expected, price would shoot up. So the reason I took this trade and the reason it was a loss was because we had expanded so much during New York, and I was looking for a retracement back to either 50% of this zone or going lower. Because if you look here, we're respecting this high and this high. So in my mind, I thought we're gonna go lower. But what I didn't take to consideration was on the higher time frame we were extremely bullish. As you can see, we came up here and then we traced back to 50% of this zone. So what is price telling me now? That if we don't break this 50% zone and we start respecting bullish fair value gaps and we start disrespecting, bearish PDRAs and start respecting bullish PDRAs, then I'm expecting price to trade higher, because on the 1 hour I had kept this as my drawn on liquidity. Was it my 1 hour or my 4? I think it's my 4. Yeah, this was my drawn liquidity as of today. So I wanted price to come up here, even though we wouldn't come up here. I wanted price to expand here because I've been so bullish starting what, Friday 10 a.m. to where we are right now. So I was basically keeping that in mind, and I wanted a retrace, but this looked so good because when I first came to the market, I saw this. We were respecting this. So I didn't want to enter here. I wanted more confirmation, and like, okay, I'm looking at the lower time frame, and then I saw this, and I was like, okay, let me give this one more confirmation. Let me go on the 1 minute, and I was like, okay, where is it? I saw this. So like, okay, now we're disrespecting bullish fair value gaps here, and we're respecting, bearish PDRs, and now we're creating change states of deliveries. So like, okay, maybe we can go lower because we have equal lows. We also have news lows from yesterday. We also have equal lows here. So yeah, there's a lot of targets. It's not just like a big pump. So yeah, this could be a manipulation leg starting for 10 a.m. Looks like we swept a lot of liquidity. Let's see if we have an SMT with ES. And sure enough, we do have an SMT. So this could trade lower, create another chain state to delivery. And let me show you my execution, because I entered, I don't even know I entered, but I think I entered somewhere like here, and I kept my stop loss here. So even if I was still in this trade, I would have been tagged out. But I cut my first trade loose once I saw this get disrespected. This one. My second trade, it hit my stop loss, which we had this change set to delivery, then we had this tap. So I put my stop loss there, and then I put my stop loss here. And no, it wasn't even here, but it is, I think, here. Oh my god, I don't even know. Let me just pull up. Okay. So yeah, where this chain set to delivery, took this, boom. Okay, now I remember it was here. So where this change set to delivery, we came, we tapped. Yeah, is it? Yeah. Came, boom. So yeah, that's that. That was actually yeah. So yeah, where this change set to delivery. Wanted us to tag back in, and we did, and then boom, taken out. So yeah, that's the 2 trades of today. I'm not gonna trade anymore. I'm just gonna go sit down and do something else. Probably gonna go take a nap. I've been having this really bad headache. So yeah, that was the trade for today. Wasn't really impressive, and yeah, I just keep going low and low in my freaking PNL. But yeah, that's life, and you know, market could go anywhere. If we respect this order block, I'd want to see price to go higher, and that's my initial thought of the day. So yeah, but it looks like we're creating a range now. So yeah, but we did manipulate. Yeah, so it's either we take these lows and then go higher after respecting probably this 3 minutes. Is it 3 minutes? I'm not sure that 2 minutes. So respecting this. If this doesn't get respected, we're gonna go higher. Let's see if it gets respected. This 3 seconds. Okay. So if I was still trading the IFG, I'd go long here, because that's what I was aiming for this whole day, but it seems like I've been cut short of my time. So yeah, this was a trade I would have taken if I was still taking the IFGs, mainly because, let me even see if we have an SMT on the bottom on these lows, and fair enough, we do have an SMT here. So this is most likely gonna go to those highs. So this doesn't really matter, because now that we've created this SMT and gone and taken lows on another index, which is correlating, so I'd want to see price continue going higher. This is a 3.6 RR, not bad. I want to see target these highs, and yeah, that's basically my thought process. So yeah, sad enough, I would have taken this trade if I was still checking out, and I'm just taking for the forever model this week to see how good it is, and to see if it's actually profitable, and I might switch back to the IFG model. But yeah, this is just like expanding my knowledge base, something like that. So yeah, I want to see price go higher, take out here, and then start consolidating, doing 11, something like that, and then doing 11 AM macron go higher. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, at the end of the day, it's just how it is. It's just how it is, man. You just have to wing it sometimes. Sometimes you just shit like this happens, and there's nothing you can do. You're a beginner. You're struggling finding an edge, and you don't have much capital, so you're trying to build capital, and on your mind the first thing is to build enough capital to satisfy yourself. And yeah, you start thinking about money, and then yeah, you lose the actual plot, and you start to fall into bad habits, over trading, revenge trading, not following the plan, over risking or leveraging those things, and yeah, that's when it really gets you. But yesterday there was a good IFG setup. Today it seems that we've rebalanced into equilibrium to send us higher. So it's either we don't go higher, we respect these highs, and go lower. If I really want to see price go lower, since we manipulated out of this range, created a an SMT, and then this SMT is what led us to form another SMT here with ES. So if I'm bullish, I'd want to see this hold, and yeah, honestly, I wouldn't take this trade just because of the RR. I'd wait for a retracement back into this, and then see how it closes. If it starts respecting here, I'd be like, okay, put my limit order here, targets here. just to give me a better RR, to make things much cleaner. You see now it turned from like a 3 point something RR to like a 6 something. You can even put your lows on these SMTs because you know it's more high probability, but again it's a lot of hassle, so it's best to just put your stop loss right below here in case there's a close. But obviously keep in mind when you're placing a trade, you risk enough to have all this range occupied. So that means if I'm risking 1% and I have a soft stop loss, my 1% will not end here. This is gonna probably be like 0.5%, and then here this is where it's gonna be like 1%. So I know if we disrespect this first one, we're obviously gonna go lower. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna go lower. That was my bad. Shouldn't have taken that first trade. I just, I came into the market, I already saw it, and I was like, okay, let me try this out, and I did, and I followed my plan, and yeah. The only reason that was not really A plus was because the opposing liquidity wasn't, it's not really the best opposing liquidity. This is now the best opposing liquidity. Why? We formed SMT here with ES. We inverse this in two candles, and we have so much volume. Unlike here, we were forming so much wicks and stuff. So this is a really good trade if I was trading IFVGs. So now if I wasn't trading IFVGs, now we have a change set to delivery. So what am I looking for now? I'm looking for price to trade back into this change set to delivery, and then I'll take a trade off this, which I think if I stay long enough recording, we can see this happening in lifetime. Put my stops here, 2.9 RR. Let's see if we get a tap. Let's see in the next two minutes if we get a tap into this Chinese set to delivery. If we don't, I'll just leave it at that and come back later after taking my nap and see what price did. Okay, looks like we're gonna tap into the Chinese set to delivery. I'm pretty sure Dodgy took that. Oh, never mind, I don't think he did. You're saying some trouble with trade away or something like that. Oh, he did. Did he? 950 paper trade doing. Oh shit, I think he took it. No, but it's a 30 seconds, so I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. But yeah, look, he's also targeting the same liquidity. So yeah, I don't know, I think I'm just in like, I'm between a hard rock and whatever they normally be saying, those crappy ass English, whatever, man. All I'm saying is, okay, I've been tapped into, I would be tapped into now. And now this is considered the forever model. Change it to delivery, inverse fair value gap. Do we have a 3-minute fair value gap? Yes, we do. So this is now the forever model. Okay. Here's your, and we did tap into this inverse fair value gap as well to take us higher. So we also did form I could use this. So change it to delivery, tapped into it, now we're trading higher. Now if I was really in a trade, this is where I would have been. But my stop loss got edged. No, stop loss is here. Technically got edged, but no, I would have been filled there. What am I doing? Yeah, I would have been filled. Targeting here and stops. My stops will have been either here or below this fair value, which I would have put here because there are going for like a 3 RR somewhere here. Or I could even say here and go for 2.6 RR. Why not? And then yeah, this is gonna play out perfectly, honestly. So I don't know if I should stick to the inverse fair value gap model because it is profitable, or I should change to the forever model. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep sticking around. This week I'm only trading the forever model with a daily loss limit of $30. So I'm only gonna take $15 trades. So $15, $15, $30. So that's it. But yeah, this will have been a really nice trade. Been tapped into this. Yeah, sometimes when you take a loss and then a winner like this happens, you start to think to yourself, bro, what am I even like? Am I even doing that? What am I even doing something productive at this point? Because this is gonna hit and it's gonna be so not satisfying. Because first of all, there's an FEG setup here, SMTs, drawn liquidity, V shape, SMTs. That's it. SMTs. I did say SMTs. SMTs. Have SMT, V shape, momentum, displacement out of this range, and good drawn liquidity, and daily bias check to give me a 9 RR, or I could even say a 4R. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. If this works out, I'm gonna post it on my Discord so I can remember. But yeah, obviously it's gonna work. It's just how the markets move. And it's sad thing is, I just watched a video of Justin Weldon talk about how he was bullish on a day that people were bearish, and they were asking him why he took a trade to the upside when we were technically going lower on the 1 minute time frame. And his answer to that was, on the bigger time frame. Okay, why did my screen turn black? Anyways, he said on the bigger time frame, we're clearly in an uptrend. So why would price shift this uptrend and go lower when all we did was rebalance into equilibrium? And it's what we technically did today. We rebalanced and now we're pushing higher. So this shouldn't have been a trade I lost. This should have been a winning trade. And that's just another reminder of why you need to have an edge in the market. And the edge is to be patient and to wait for a setup to occur. So I don't know. I said I'm gonna only take the forever model, but I feel like I'm trying to do a lot of things to see what actually works. And I know the inverse fair value gap model way better than I know the forever model. So I feel like for now, let me just delete this. For now, like, let's say this trade, yeah, SMTs inverse. This is an easy trade I'm gonna enter only if we get tapped back into this inverse fair value gap, and we did have a tap. So ideally, I need to be entering on this trade to capitalize on my profits, because if we trade all the way here and then we look for a chance at delivery, the RR is way less. So why not bottom tick this trade, risk money, knowing that we have a chance of going higher, and then once we form the forever model, which is here, and we get a tap into it, I enter here and I target the same. And then once this change set to delivery occurs, I move the first one to break even. So now I have only one risk on the table, and if this loses and if this hits break even, I'm only down $15. Then again, it's easier said than done. So yeah, that's just my thought process for today. Yeah, I yapped too much, but yeah, this is how you could have traded today, even though we still have like an hour of good price action left, because after 11 it's usually trash, but sometimes it's when all the trades occur. But yeah, that's just it, and I'll have hit my break even on my change the delivery trade here. So I entered. Where did I enter? I entered here. So let me just monitor this and then I'll be done for the day. Wait for TP to hit another, maybe. Let's just see how price turns out, because I'm not trying to sit in the whole freaking day. I'm already red, so I don't need to sit and remind myself that I'm red. So yeah, thanks for watching, Mark, and whoever else watches this.